Ang nakaraan. Noong taong 1834 ay muling nagbukas ang Pilipinas sa pandaigdigang pakikipagkalakalan. Kasabay nito ay ang pag-usbong ng iba't ibang liberal na ideya tulad na lamang ng kalayaan at hustisya. Nagkaroon din ng pagkakataon ang mga Pilipinong nakaaangat sa buhay na mas kilala bilang mga ilustrados at prinsipalya tulad na lamang ni Jose Rizal, Graciano Lopez Aina at Antonio Luna na makapag-aral sa ibang bansa. Kaakibat ng kanilang pagpapakadalubhasa sa sining at siyensya ay unti-unti silang naliwanagan sa kawalang hustisyang pamumuno ng mga Espanyol sa Pilipinas. Ang sistemang pinaiiral ng mga Espanyol ay pawang lahat ay pabor sa ikabubuti nila. Narito ang sapilitang pagbabayad ng buwis, sapilitang pagtatrabaho ng walang bayad at pagbili sa mga produkto ng mga Pilipino sa napakababang halaga. Ang kasamaan ng mga Espanyol ay tunay niyang hindi maitatanggi sapagkat maging sa loob ng simbahan ay may diskriminasyong nagaganap sa pagitan ng mga praile at mga paring Pilipino, na hindi nagtagal ay humantong na sa walang awang paggarote sa tatlong paring martir na sina Mariano Gomez, Jose Burgos at Jacinto Zamora na mas kilala bilang Gombursa. Ang tagpong ito ay ang lubusang gumising sa pagiging makabayan ng mga Pilipino at ito na marahil ang binhi ng nasyonalismo.
Dr. Jose Rizal, Marcelo H. del Pilar, and Graciano Lopez Haina are the three most important ilustrados, and these ilustrados are the forefront of the propaganda movement. They organized propaganda movement which was a peaceful crusade for reforms. As we all know, during 19th century, education was not afforded sa tanan Filipinos. However, pag anak ka sa prinsipalya, a middle-class Filipino or a wealthy Filipino, you are being afforded good education dili lang sa Pilipinas, apil pod sa abroad. When the Ilustrados came to Spain, they realized that there are a lot of privileges that are not accorded to the Filipinos in the Philippines. They began to understand that if the Spaniards and the Filipinos in Spain has this kind of freedom and independence, why not apply it in the Philippines? These three patriots were called propagandists because they waged their movement by means of pen and tongue to expose the defects of Spanish rule in the Philippines. The writing of Ilustrados in Spain would serve as an opener to the Spanish government that there are a lot of injustices happening in the Philippines. Ang aim sa movement is mahatagan og equality in between Filipinos and Spaniards under the law. Na ay Filipino representative ang Pilipinas sa Spanish Cortes, which is a governmental institution. Ang pagpahawa sa mga praile para ang mga Pilipino nga pari ang maglid sa simbahan. Na ay freedom ang mga Pilipino to speak and express. And most of all, ang aim sa propaganda movement nga mahimong regular province of Spain ang Pilipinas para na ay equal treatment sa Spaniards ug mga Pilipino. Para ma-achieve ang goal or aim sa propaganda movement, nag-form sila og news organization nga gitawag og La Solidaridad, kung asa i-broadcast nila ang mga dautan nga binuhatan sa mga Espanyol sa Pilipinas.
Good morning everyone, my name is Heini B. Mandapitan. So, akong topic is the La Solidaridad or the Solidarity. So, Ganesha was an organization created in Spain on December 13, 1888. Then, headed by Jose Rizal Hasen, nga si Garicano Masibli, it also issued a newspaper of the same name, which was published in Barcelona, Spain on February 15, 1889. It was edited by Graciano Lopez Haina and later on by Marcelo H. del Pilar. So, Ganesha first nga name or kaning La Solidaridad is organization pa na siya. Then later on ana is na official pahayagan na siya kanang sa newspaper bitaw na. Then naka-ito ni siya atong December 13, 1888. Then ang mga members ana is sina Dr. Jose Rizal, Marcelo H. del Pilar, Graciano Lopez Haina. Kani si Haina was a Filipino journalist or reformist and national hero who is well known for his newspaper nga kaning La Solidaridad. Then si Antonio Luna nga who fought in the Philippine-American War. Then si Marciano Ponce nga isa pud ka Filipino physician, writer, ug isa ka active member sa propaganda movement. Then si Maria Panganiban nga isa ka main writers and contributors for the Solidaridad, writing under the pen names Jumapa and JMP. Here are the 5 aims of La Solidaridad. So, ang first aim sa La Solidaridad is mapakita ang sitwasyon sa mga Pilipino nga naa sa kamot sa mga Espanyol kung unsa kalisod ang ilang mga naagian. Then, nag-aim pud sila nga naay pag-change o reforma sa mga social o political nga aspeto sa saktong pamaagi. Then, higit sa lahat nga, ang layunin sa La Solidaridad is mapakita nila or ma-voice out nila nga ang liberal kay bias kaayo, just like sa freedom o sa justice. So, kani sila nga mga aim nga to portray the deplorable situation of the Philippines, to work peacefully for political and social reforms, and to combat the evil forces of medievalism, and to advocate the liberal ideas and progress. And lastly, to champion the legitimate aspiration of the Filipino people for democracy and happiness. So, kani sila nga mga aims kay dili siya sayon buhaton diretso kay ang mga writers ani kay gatago-tago sila. So, ang next reporter dayon ani mooy mag-explain kung nganong naginato ang mga reporter ay ang mga writers.
Good day everyone, my name is Dailin Paerat from BSBA 2BOS. My topic is all about pen names and La Asociación Hispano-Filipino. Pen names of the members: Marcelo H. del Pilar Plaridel was a Filipino writer, lawyer, journalist, and Freemason del Pilar. Jose Rizal, Laong Laan, and Dimasalang, which was the name of a railway station in Manila. Mariano Pons, Naning Tikbalang Kalipulako, ay isang Pilipinong manggagamot na naging pinuno ng kilusang propaganda na hinimok ng magrelibusyon ang Pilipinas laban sa mga Kastila noong 1896. Nakikilala siya bilang propagandista, manunulat, manggagamot at tanyag na reformista. Sa panahon ng propaganda, pinamunugutan niya ang pahayagang La Solidaridad at aktibong kasapi ng asosyon, Antonio Luna, Tagalilog. Under the pen name Taga-Ilog, he wrote articles for the reformist periodical La Solidaridad, which criticized the friars and abusive government officials and aspired of the changes in the colony. Jose Mariano Panganiban Humapa, a Filipino propagandist in Spain and hero dubbed as the Avenger of the Filipino honor, stands right in front of the Jose Panganiban Municipal Hall and contains the remains of the martyr, which have been laid below it and inside the center of the monument's base. Dominador Gomez Ramiro Franco. He was the leading member of the Asociación Hispana-Filipina and a contributor to La Solidaridad. He used the pen name Ramiro Franco. On January 12, 1889, the organization composed of Filipinos and Spaniards was formed in Madrid, Spain, calling for reforms in the Philippines during Spanish colonization. Among the other things, it campaigned for the Philippines' representation in the Spanish Cortes and the passage of the moral law to bring out educational reforms in the archipelago. The association was formed as a reformist realized that the putting up an organization with the pooling of their resources and efforts in the campaign to have their voices heard by Spanish government.
La Liga Filipina, a progressive organization founded and created by Dr. Jose Rizal in the Philippines in the house of Doroteo Unghongko at Elias Street, Tondo, Manila in July 3, 1892. Rizal too of organizing the league when he was at Hong Kong. With the help of Jose Maria Basa, he wrote the constitution of the league. Some of the known members were Andres Bonifacio, Diodato Arellano, and Apolinario Mabini. La Política de España en Filipinas. Although an oil-on-canvas masterpiece that projected a close bond between Spain and the Philippines through feminine figures, it is propaganda painting that revealed the true hope and desire of Filipino propagandists during the 19th century: assimilation with Spain, reform, equality, modernization, and economic improvement. Contrary to Jose Rizal's estimation that Luna was a Hispanophile or a person who could never go against Spain, the España Filipinas portrait is a less combative posture of Luna for showing to Spain and the viewers of the painting the needs of the Philippines at the time. España Filipinas, meaning Spain and the Philippines in translation, is an 1886 oil on wood by Filipino painter, illustrado and revolutionary activist Juan Luna. It is an allegorical depiction of two women together, one of representation of Spain and the other of the Philippines. The painting, also known as España Guiando a Filipinas, is regarded as one of the enduring pieces of legacy that the Filipinos inherited from Luna. The painting is a counterpiece art at the Luna Hall of the Lopez Memorial Museum.
Ako dahil si Jennifer Bayan. So, akong topic karon is the Constitution State. Sa akong na-research, the Constitution State is kanang related siya sa kanang propaganda movements sa ang topic. Union of the Philippines. There are suggestions that recognize the archipelagic natures of the country and the disparate cultures that arrive in it. Dr. Jose Rizal would have proposed a federal system of governments for an independent Filipino nations. Indeed, federalism might have appealed to those who in the closing years of Spanish rule. So, were eager to kick out the foreigners but did not necessarily wish to come under the control of dominant ethnic groups. So, but instead of building a political system along the existing fault lines of ethnic segmentations, he was more concerned with the whole archipelago into a compact, strong and homogeneous body. This is the first line under the system of purpose in the draft constitutions he wrote for the Liga Filipina, a political organization that anticipated the broad structures of a Filipino government. So sa political, we need to protect of the members because it depends against all violence and injustice, to encouragement of educations, agricultures, and commerce. We will study and applications of reform. So we need to study, encourage, encourage and to educate and to protect to our to your members. So we need to study the political. We proceed the arrest of Jose Rizal. June 26, 1892, Dr. Jose Rizal arrived in Manila and had a series of meetings with General Despujol at the Malacanang Palace. Before he was arrested after he was found to possess leaflets critical to the clergy, which was planted by friars. Rizal was put into a detention at Port Santiago before he was executed. So, Dr. Jose Rizal founded the La Liga Pilipina in Manila on July 3, 1892 to unite Filipino. And then July 7, same years, Jose Rizal was arrested by Governor General Despujol on charge that anti-friars by pamphlets were found in the luggage of his sister Lucia, who arrived with him from Hong Kong. Dr. Jose Rizal, he was detained for 9 days in the Fort Santiago. This marked the fall of the La Liga Pilipina, with disbanded due to difference in principles among its members. This led to the formations of the Katipunan. The purpose of La Liga Pilipina was to build a new group that sought to involve the Filipino directly in the reform movements. During the exile of Rizal, the organizations became inactive through the effort of Domingo Franco and Andres Bonifacio. The Liga members split into two groups when it is about to be revealed. So the conservatives formed the compromissaries to continue supporting, led by Bonifacio, devolved themselves to a new and secret society, the Katipunan. But including Bonifacio, believed that it was useless to expect reforms from the corrupt Spaniards.